Good morning, ladies. Happy Friday. What's up? So I did not come live last week or share any kind of recorded training, and that's something that I definitely want to be doing on a weekly basis. I had some things come up at the end of last week, and I just didn't have a good topic. So rather than just talk nonsense for no reason, I took last week off. But I do want to hear from you to find out what it is you want to hear, what topics most interest you, so I can make sure that I'm providing value for you in this group so that it doesn't feel like a waste of time. I also want to remind you to go to the guides section. In those guides, there's video trainings, there's nutrition basics workshop, and then there's also weekly meal plans. Today, real quick, I want to talk a little bit about motivation. This idea kind of stemmed from a post I shared on my page today, and it was specifically about myself. I had a really late night. I ended up staying out all night at a friend's house, got home late this morning. I was exhausted, but never at any point did it occur to me that my workout wasn't going to happen. I knew it was going to start later than usual, but it's just going to happen. My motivation was like zero. I had no desire to do it. It was a leg day. My legs were exhausted, but it was going to get done. And I want to talk just really briefly about this idea of motivation. If you are waiting to be motivated, to be inspired, to be motivated by somebody else, you're not going to be successful really with anything, but especially in your fitness and nutrition. If you're waiting for that or you're looking for that, it's not always there. I can tell you, I am maybe motivated 25% of the time when I go do my workout, maybe. And that's typically if I'm doing a program that I'm absolutely in love with, or I have a specific goal that I'm getting towards. Otherwise, it's not motivation that keeps me going. It's not motivation that keeps most of my clients going. It's creating habits. It's developing discipline. And it's making it a non-negotiable in your world. How do we do that? It starts with our mindset. We need to create a mindset for success when it comes to fitness and nutrition, especially if it's something that you don't typically enjoy. What goes into that mindset? I talk a lot about affirmations and creating affirmations for yourself, positive affirmations. The kind of affirmations that you want to be speaking into you are the things that go along with that idea of somebody who is disciplined, right? Maybe your affirmation is, I am disciplined. I take care of my body. I do what I say I'm going to do, right? You start filling your brain, your mindset, you're rewiring it so that you can become that kind of person that does those things, that does the workout. I'm healthy, I'm strong, I take care of myself, right? And you speak that into you. Some of that mindset is just saying, no matter what happens, this is going to get done before I go to bed, right? You make it a non-negotiable for yourself. It's this doesn't happen until this happens. So you're setting that up. Part of it is then creating those habits, those routines, so that there's not as much thinking. You don't get up in the morning and think about whether or not you're going to brush your teeth. You just do it. You create that habit so that when you don't do it, something feels off. You know, if it's like 10 o'clock and you hadn't brushed your teeth and you didn't realize, something doesn't feel right. You want that workout to become so ingrained, whatever time of day you do it, that it becomes habit so that if you don't do it, it almost feels worse than if you did, right? Now, I'm not saying you got to work out for hours a day, right? We'll hit that after. But it's that idea of creating that habit, creating a habit that's sustainable, that you can do. When I go away, I work out. But I work out not because I feel like I have to for my body, that if missing a day is going to throw me off. I work out because it's become a habit, it's become a routine, and I feel better when I do it. I'm not motivated to do it when I'm on vacation, right? But I feel better, and I know that, and that sets me up for better success. So that's really important, to be creating those habit changes. The other huge key is taking the guesswork out. When you have to think too much, right? You need to work out, but you don't know what you're going to do. And you're just like, okay, I'm just going to randomly find a YouTube video, or I'm going to follow this weird, and you're just not really sure. When you start thinking too much, you don't get things done, right? If you're thinking about it, you're going to waste too much time thinking, and then eventually you're just not going to do it, right? And it's harder to get into that rhythm and in that routine. So I recommend that you have some kind of plan, something mapped out, whether you create it yourself or somebody creates it for you, or it's something that you've purchased somewhere along the line, but having something that you can put on your calendar, that you know how long it's going to be, and that you can just follow without thinking, especially if you're somebody that, well, really any time of day. I work out first thing in the morning. I don't think about it. I get up, I drink my pre-workout, I walk in the other room, I look at the calendar, and then I just follow that workout for the day. If I had to spend time figuring it out and thinking about it, I guarantee I wouldn't do it, especially on those days that you're not motivated to do it. Like if I'm motivated, like, hell yeah, I'm going to go work out, and I didn't have something on a calendar, I would probably figure something out to do. But you want to bulletproof yourself and set yourself up for success, right? So I can't remember how many points I just hit, but mindset, right? We need a good, solid mindset. We need to reframe our brain. We need to create sustainable habits. You want to be choosing workouts that you can do on a regular basis, that you can sustain it. Don't go from not working out at all to saying, I'm going to work out an hour a day, 6 days a week. That might be too much to create something that's sustainable. You might do it for a little while, then you're going to say, shoot, this isn't worth it. You want to build up to that. And then you want to make sure that you have a plan that will set you up for success. If you are struggling with any of those three, well, first tell me which of those three you're struggling with the most. But then if you know you're struggling with any of those three, I would love nothing more than to get on a call with you and talk to you about some options for a plan, for how to set up your brain for success, for how to start creating those habit changes. Ask me for my calendar link. I'll also pop it in the comments so you can get on my calendar. I have several different program options, several different planning options, and one of my lower cost options is actually on sale right now. So you definitely want to touch base with me prior to the end of the month. This is the time you really want to start dialing in, right? We know the holidays are here, but that's like 2 days, right? You've got Thanksgiving and Christmas. Let's say you have a couple other parties thrown in there. Like, don't let those couple days derail you from starting to develop those habits and routines ahead of time. So again, tell me which of the three things I talked about is the biggest challenge for you right now. I will drop my calendar link here, or you can just message me in my inbox. Let's talk about getting you set up for success to close out this year and get the new year started right. Also, last thing, don't forget, tell me what topics you want me to be talking about later on this month so that we can make sure that, again, you're getting some good value and some good training in here.